Hi guys, Robbo46 here, welcome yourselves back to Ride 3 on the Xbox One X. Let's continue with career mode. I'm going to be doing a world endurance race today. Now, I'm not going to be doing Sugo because I have had a few attempts at that on 120% difficulty and it is nigh on impossible. The AI are bloody stupid in the wet around there. So, we're going to be doing Portugal. And I'm not going to be using a Kawasaki this time. We will be using the BMW, the Team NRT48 BMW. So everything as it should be. Let's get on with this. Yeah, I did realise that like the past 4 career videos have all been on Kawasaki, so at least we mix it up a bit now with the BMW S1000RR. We're actually right near the front. Right near the front. We're in 4th place at the moment. So 30 laps around here. That's going to take a while to do, and we've already dropped a position. That's not gone well. That's sent us off track. Not a good start. We're down to last. 12th place. Oh boy, have we got it all to do. But we have got 30 laps to do it in, so that's fine. We've got better exit, so we're up to 11th. Maybe even be able to sneak 10th. Yes, we can. Oh. That's another BMW, my teammate. But we're still ahead of him. In fact, we've got 9th as well. So we're up to 9th already. This is only the first lap as well. We've got a long, long way to go in this race. And we're currently in 9th place. We're not actually that far behind the leader, so that's good. Around the outside. No. Oh, no, that's not going to work. So back down to... Oh, hello. Okay, well, they're fighting back a little bit, so that's good. So we're back down to 9th. This corner... Oh, no, just been nudged. Thank you very much. Oh, shit. Okay, well, we're back down to 11th then. Wow. Okay, now we're back down to 12th. And we'll take that back. Thank you very much. So back up to 11th place. But let's see how many places we can make up through the final corner. Oh no, our teammate was right in the way there, but we've got past him, so we're up to 10th. And that's all we're going to get on this lap, so we've made up 2 places basically. We've gone from 12th to 10th. It's fine. If we make up even just 1 position a lap, we'll still be well in the lead by the end of the race, so a long way to go still. Lap 2 of 30. Hope you guys got yourself a cup of tea or something. Maybe a snack. Keep yourself occupied. Or a beer or something. Depends what time of day you're actually watching this. But we're up to 9th. We made another position up. I don't go up the inside through there because it is quite easy to crash into that corner. Try and get the exit up the hill. Oh, we got a better drive, but now we're going to start wheeling, which is a pain in the ass. So around the outside. No, that's not going to work. Around the outside this time, we've gone too wide. He'll cut back underneath, yeah. So staying in 9th for now. Oh, we got him there. We just got a better exit, but will he get us back in this next hairpin? He's trying to go around the outside, and it's worked. That was a cheeky move. Oh, I think we got him. We're up to 8th. We've got a good exit out there as well. We are close to 7th place. We'll probably get him out of this corner if we can get a good exit. Yes, we will. We may even take 6th as well, and we will. So we're up to 6th. There is 5th place. The leaders are trying to break away. So there's a few gaps emerging, which we'll have to try and cross, but that's fine. Yeah, I will come back to Sugo at some point. I'm hoping they can kind of sort that out. But until they do, it's a bit of a pain in the ass. Like I said, I've had a few attempts around there and it just wasn't working out. And we're up to 5th. Gone in too hot though. Way too hot off track. Bugger. So back down to 6th. Right. We've got more work to do then. hello. Thanks for that. Oh, 2 of them come past, back down to 8th. This is fine. This is fine. We don't have to panic yet. If this was on like lap 28, then yeah, I would definitely start panicking, but we're only on lap 3, so it's fine. Right, come on. I don't really feel that consistent with this bike, I have to say, around here at the moment. I think that's more to do with the circuit than the actual bike itself. The bike actually feels pretty good. But this isn't one of my strongest circuits, so it's going to be quite difficult to put in consistent lap times. It doesn't help when we keep getting messed up or messing up ourselves. Well, let's try and have a better lap this time. Oh, I thought he was going to try and barge us out the way again, but he didn't. Get the exit, spinning up the rear a little bit. We are closing. And we're going to get it. Past another BMW. So I think there's about 3 of us in this race. Oh no, he's come back. He's got us back. Wow. Alright, we're going to get him now. We've got the run. We've got the run and we've got him back. Time to catch up to 4th. 1.1 behind him at the moment. We'll make the majority of that gap up just coming out of the final corner. Because the AI are really bad coming out of that corner. I think they just go too fast into the corner, so they're really slow coming out. Whereas I prefer going slow in and fast out, especially on that corner, because then you can take your speed down the straight. So we've got a gap behind us as well. So we don't have to worry about being attacked at the moment. Yeah, we are gaining. Will we get by the end of the straight? I'm not so sure. We'll be picking up a bit of slipstream now as well. No, we're not going to get him by the end of the straight. So at least the top 3 are really close together. So if we get past this guy, then we've got a tiny gap to try and bridge. And then we will be with the leaders, the leading pack. And we're going to get him up to 4th. Can we get it stopped as well? A little bit wide. But no, we kept it. So we're up to 4th. Just a little gap to bridge now. And then we will be with the leading pack. I think the leader's actually just trying to edge. Ooh! Again! Get properly beaten up there. That was a bit harsh. Right, there we go. Get him back. So we've got it all to do again. So 0.9. Again, we'll probably make the majority of that up at the final corner. There is a few places around here that I do seem to be quite a bit stronger. And then there's like a couple of corners where the AI are pretty strong as well, but see what we can do coming out the final corner. I think we're going to be pretty much with them. Here we go. Wind it up. Yeah. I think we might even get 3rd place by the end of the straight. Use a bit of slipstream as well. We're going to get him. And into 3rd place we go on the brakes. So we're in the top 3 now and we are with the leaders. We've gone too wide. Oh, we've lost 3rd. The Honda's come back through. Here we go, we've got a better exit there. And we're going to get him back. There we go, back into 3rd on the brakes. Oh, he's trying to come through on the inside. Oh, he has. Well, this is a good battle we got going on at the moment. Wasn't a very good start, but we managed to battle our way up to 4th despite being beaten up a little bit ourselves. Oh, here we go. This is the one. No, it's not. Almost went on the grass. Round the outside. We've got him. Can we make it stick, though? The leader is slowly breaking away. But we are staying in third for now. That is the KTM just ahead of us. Oh, the Honda wasn't quite close enough to slip through. Right, come on. We're on lap 6 of 30 in third place. Let's have it. Right, here we go. We might even get the lead by the end of this straight. There's second place. Here comes the lead. Past to Kawasaki we go. We're in the lead on lap 7 into turn 1. A little bit wide there. Ooh, no, he'd gone around the outside. Has he made it stick? Yes, he has. Oh, we've lost second as well. Almost tagged his rear then. That would have ended disastrously for us. Alright. Get the exit. There we go. Up to second again. Right, let's get the run up the hill. Too much of a wheelie. So we're good through here. Have we made it stick? Bit wide, left the door open. No, we've got it. Just closed it at the right time. So we are in the lead on lap 7. Oh, he's still there. Oh, shit! Wow. Oh. Well, he's gone down. Well, that was a bit of a stupid move by him. That sent us off track. We were lucky to stay on ourselves, but he just clobbered the side of us. Wow, okay. Now we need to get past second place. We won't get the leader by the end of this straight, but we have got second. Oh, no. Just felt a little nudge there. Actually, that helped us out. So it's a KTM who's leading the way. It's a shame we don't get like proper bike damage or anything in this game, because that would have probably meant that I would have to pit. But we're back in the lead. Can we make it stick now? Gone a bit wide. Yes, we can. See if we can pull away. We've done all the hard work now. As long as no one clobbers us again, we should be absolutely fine. We're starting to gap them now. That may be it for our battling, but it may not be. 1.3 second lead. I'm pleased that they have put up quite a decent fight here. But yeah, just now that we're in the lead, we're pretty much set now, because this is the corner where we make most of our time up. So I think that is pretty much going to be it from the AI, unless I make some mistakes, which could happen because I've made some already this race. But yeah, back to the Sugo race. It is stupidly difficult. The AI around there, they just go around like they're in the dry. You can get so far up. I think I got up to about third, and then they all started coming back past me, and then I ended up back basically down in 10th. And then there's just some corners they can go around like at stupid speeds that the player can't go round at, and yeah, it's just getting frustrating. So I either have to wait for them to patch it, or I'm going to have to try it on a lower difficulty, see if that makes a difference. But yeah, either way, it is stupidly difficult to go in the wet. I don't think it would be too bad if it was in the dry, but the fact that it's in the wet as well, it's just, yeah, not good. The other thing they need to patch as well, I know I keep saying it, but the History and Evolution events, I just find them a bit stupid because you're put on the bike that you're doing the History and Evolution of, but the AI are on random bikes, and a lot of the time they're more powerful bikes than you're on. So I was doing the, well, I tried the first race in the Yamaha R1 History and Evolution, which is at the International Speedway, and I could get up to third, but the other bikes were that much quicker that as soon as we got in the oval part, they just pulled away like quite a few seconds, so I just couldn't stay with them. Even trying to use their slipstream, couldn't stay in it, and that was getting frustrating. So again, it might be another thing that one I might have to lower the difficulty on so that it's doable, or wait for them to patch it, which is kind of what I've been doing. I've been trying to wait for them to patch certain events in this career mode, but I might just have to bite the bullet. It might just be that one race in that whole category. I haven't tried any of the other races, but that first one was just stupid. Two of the bikes were so much more quicker than all the rest, and I think there was only like me and one other AI that were actually on the correct bike. The rest of them were on bikes which have nothing to do with the History and Evolution of the R1. And that's what I find frustrating, because the first one that I'd done, the first History and Evolution, that was fine. Everyone was on the same bike, but then it started like mixing it up a bit, and then I was just like, what's going on here? So yeah, Milestone, if you're listening, patch it please, and whilst you're at it, sort the online out as well. That will be something that really needs to be sorted out going forward with their games. I don't get how you can go backwards in terms of like online playability. But that will be something that I will definitely be putting into my MotoGP 19 wish list, which I will be sorting out quite soon. When I get some time, I will put together a wish list for MotoGP 19. I done one for 18. We actually got some of the stuff in 18. But yeah, I will be doing a wish list for MotoGP 19. I will do one for Ride 4 at some point as well, but that will come later on down the line. So I'm adamant they will probably make a Ride 4. So yeah, there's a few things that I would like to see in the next Ride game. So I will sort that out later on in the year. Yeah, hopefully MotoGP 19 can improve where MotoGP 18 lacked, which was quite a bit. It was quite a bare bones MotoGP game actually, because we didn't get any of the historic bikes for that. And to be fair, I haven't actually played MotoGP 18 for a long time now. Since Ride 3 came out, I haven't gone back to it. So I don't know if there has been any DLC, but I didn't see that there was any DLC plans. I haven't seen them advertise any MotoGP DLC. So I'm assuming that they're not actually... That's like one of their first games in such a long time they haven't brought DLC out for. I think maybe they kind of concentrated on esports a bit too much, because online was, yeah, quite shocking. Online on Ride 3 as well can be pretty bad, with like lag and everything, and people sliding all over the place, and yeah, so definitely some improvements to be made for the next games. We've got 8.2 second lead at the moment in this race, so we are really just pulling away now. Now, do I keep pushing and try to lap someone? I don't think we're going fast enough to be able to catch anyone, because at the rate we're going, we're not really pulling away too quickly. So I can't see myself catching anyone to be able to lap them, but you never know, by the end of the race we might be with someone, but 9.3. So we'll have to wait and see what lap time we do on this lap, because we are on our current best lap at the moment. Come out the final corner. 9.2 second lead. And across the line, so 1:36.8 we just done, so that's my best lap so far. Yeah, I mean, I can't see us pulling that much of a gap on anyone in this race to be able. I mean, we're only on 10 seconds at the moment, so yeah, I don't think we're going to lap anyone. I don't think we're going that much quicker than the rest of them to be able to lap them, but depends what kind of lap times the last few people are doing. If they're going considerably slower than the rest of them, then we may be able to, but I don't think we will. I don't think we're going that much quicker. 10.8. So just keep chipping off lap by lap. We're not even halfway yet. This race feels like it's been going on forever. Not even halfway. I forgot how long the endurance races take. And the thing is, it's nowhere near the distance of an actual endurance race. This is pretty much like a standard race distance. So yeah, if we're doing proper endurance, it'd be multiple hours. I'm not looking forward to Macau, because literally if you make a mistake there, you're going to hit a barrier and crash. So yeah, a few laps around there. I mean, the AI are pretty strong around there as well. I don't know what they're like now, because I haven't actually come across a Macau race since the last update. The last two updates actually, so I'm not entirely sure what Macau is like now, but last time I raced there, I think I only had to do 3 laps, but the AI were pretty damn strong there, and it took me a while to actually be able to just pull away slightly, and I think by the end of it we won by like less than a second. But I don't know, endurance race around there will definitely be interesting. We will get to it eventually. Yeah, just Sugo is the problem at the moment. So we've got over a 12-second lead. So the gap is obviously going up. It's not going up by a huge amount though. I think the biggest amount we're getting is purely from that final corner. Obviously there are a few other areas around the circuit where we're gaining time, but it's definitely that final corner we're getting the most. So I think the last endurance bike that I have yet to unlock is, incidentally, a Kawasaki, which is probably a good thing because I've used so many Kawasaki's recently. So it is nice to get on a different manufacturer for a little bit. BMW S1000RR. So far, so good with this bike. It feels pretty good. You can slide it quite nicely and control it quite well. It feels pretty quick. It's been a while since I used the other bikes though. But yeah, this one actually feels pretty good. It handles well. Definitely feel in control, apart from obviously the mistakes I've made, but that's just been down to my pure judgment at some corners. A 14-second lead. Wow. We are really doing the business now. We are on lap 15, which means we're about halfway. And once we finish this lap, 15-second lead. We're on lap 15. All the 15s are aligning nicely. Okay. So let's come out the final corner. And let's start the second half of the race. Oh, gap's gone down by 0.9 there. We'll go back up. So we're on lap 16 now. 16 of 30. Definitely felt more comfortable since I got in the lead, because at least I don't have to worry about anyone barging me or anything. Just gotta remember where to brake. I think I braked a bit too late there. I did. A bit too wide. I don't think there's any plans DLC-wise to have the new BMW S1000RR in the game, which is a bit of a shame. I would have to double check the DLC listing, but I'm pretty sure that's not one of them that is due to be released. It would have been quite nice to see how the new one compares to the old one. Obviously the new one is in World Superbikes, with Tom Sykes and his teammate Reiterberger on it. But Sykes had a pretty decent first race, but the Superpole race and race 2, as it's called, which is technically race 3, he didn't do so well. I know that obviously the bike's in early development. They've still got more speed to come from the engine because, I mean, it's not really, they haven't had time to tune it up as much as they can and develop the engine as a whole. But it is quite promising, and I hope that they do get there, because it looks like a pretty decent bike. But whilst we're talking about new bikes in World Superbikes, the Ducati Panigale V4R, in the hands of Alvaro Bautista anyway, is an absolute monster, an absolute weapon. Bautista becoming the first rider ever to win the treble. Obviously it was literally the first round of having 3 races. But yeah, he just monstered them. He had a little battle with Jonathan Rea in race, Superpole race 2 basically. They had a good little battle, but as soon as they got on that straight, that V4 Ducati, it's bloody quick in a straight line. The other thing is Bautista is quick around the corners as well, so put it all together and you've got an absolute monster of a package there. But yeah, that Ducati is a bloody quick bike. I mean, even with Chaz Davis and Eugene Laverty, just watching them down the straight, so you could quite easily overtake. But I don't know, those two were definitely suffering through the corners more. And I don't think that Chaz Davis is still fully fit yet. Eugene Laverty is a new team for him anyway, and a new bike. But yeah, it's looking promising for Ducati. Jonathan Rea has definitely got a battle on his hands this season in the form of Bautista. The thing is, we know Bautista's a bloody quick rider. I mean, he showed what he could do when he got on board Lorenzo's factory Ducati last season, when Lorenzo was out injured, and he was fighting for the win at Phillip Island. So we know he's a quick rider, and really still deserves to be in MotoGP in my opinion. He should be there instead of Carol Abraham. Bautista's definitely shown his speed, and he's shown what he can do on a full factory bike. And now he's gone across to World Superbikes with a factory Ducati, and he's just showing everyone what he can do. And what he can do is win, and win by massive margins as well. I'm not saying he's going to dominate the season, and he's not going to win every single race, because they will get to tracks where the Kawasaki is suited better. So, I mean, Jonathan Rea, obviously still a bloody quick rider. So I think he's definitely going to have a battle on his hands this season. And Leon Haslam as well. He's obviously moved across from British Superbikes after winning that championship last year. Should have won it the year before as well, but unfortunately had some really bad luck with his brakes failing. But yeah, good to see him back in the paddock and on a really decent bike as well. And he was fighting for the podiums. Had a little tip off in race 1 into Honda hairpin, unfortunately, but then got 2 third places in the Super Bowl race and race 2, which is actually race 3. Why can't they just call it race 1, 2 and 3? I just find it bloody bizarre. It's weird as well because last season, obviously, they had 2 races, one on Saturday, one on Sunday, which I thought was stupid. They should have just gone back to the old layout where it was the 2 races both on Sunday. But last season, it was whatever you finish in race 1, that's where you pretty much end up. No, it's actually a reverse grid system, which they've actually done away with now, strangely. So wherever you finish in race 1 last season, if you're in the top 3, you had to start down, what was it, 9th, 10th and 11th, something like that. And then whoever finished in 4th, they were on pole position for race 2. But they've done away with that now, so you do race 1. And then you start the Super Bowl race, and then wherever you finish in the Super Bowl race, that basically is where you qualify for race 2. So, very bizarre. But yeah, it's a bit of a weird system. Personally, I still think I prefer the traditional system of having the 2 races on the Sunday. I know technically you get 1 more race, the sprint race, which is the Super Bowl race. But yeah, it's interesting. It would be interesting to see how that develops over the season. Obviously, I guess as a spectator, it is kind of good because you get an extra race. But if you're only going for the Sunday, then obviously you still get 2 races that you used to get, but obviously one is a lot shorter. I don't know. Let's hope that Superbike can kind of get back to the good old days where it is really, really popular. And I know a lot of people are saying, oh yeah, with Bautista winning now, it's going to bring a lot more people to the sport. But in like being realistic, if he keeps dominating, then it won't. Because it's basically what Jonathan Rea's been doing the last 4 seasons. Yes. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see, but hopefully we will get some really decent battles between Rea and Bautista and some of the other riders as well. It'll be good to see some of the others up there fighting. Anyway, back to this one. We're on lap 21 of 30. So we've got a long way to go, so I guess we can talk about MotoGP now. So we've obviously had pre-season testing now. The first race is in a couple of weeks' time at Qatar, and it's looking quite interesting. So the quickest in the Qatar qualifying was Vinales, and at one point at the end of the 3rd day, you had all 4 Yamahas inside the top 6, which is good to see. Good to see that Yamaha are going forward, but at the other end of the spectrum is the fact that they were going pretty quick in testing for last season, and then when it came to the racing, it all kind of changed. So obviously the testing you can kind of take with a pinch of salt, and then obviously when it comes to the proper racing, that is when it really counts, obviously. But yeah, some interesting prospects in MotoGP. Obviously at Sepang you had Francesco Bagnaia, who was second quickest aboard the Pramac Ducati, obviously a rookie in the class. And then at the end of the Qatar test you had another rookie, Quartararo, aboard the Petronas Yamaha. He was second quickest, so the rookies are definitely getting there. Obviously let's not forget Miguel Oliveira, and let's not forget that he is on a KTM, whereas Oliveira is on a Yamaha and Bagnaia is on a Ducati, both of which have been proven to be better bikes than the KTM at the moment. But yeah, we all know that Oliveira is a class rider, so I think he just has to kind of wait for the bike to be a bit more competitive, because as Zarco has showed in the testing, it doesn't really seem that competitive at the moment. But saying that, Pol Espargaro, he had a podium last season at Valencia and he was 8th quickest on day 3 at Qatar, so I think it is getting there, but it's whether it can get there quick enough. And the trouble is, obviously they're at a point now where obviously they've chosen their engines and that, so they'll be getting sealed up and that, and then when they start racing they can continue a little bit of development. But when they go forward with development, the rest of the field are going to go forward as well, or should go forward as well if they go in the right direction. So it's just trying to get that initial kind of development done to close the gap, because as soon as everyone starts developing again throughout the season, that gap is pretty much going to stay consistent unless they find something quite dramatic that makes their bikes so much more competitive. But yeah, it's something that we're going to have to keep an eye on with KTM. Same with Aprilia as well. Obviously they got Andrea Iannone riding for them this season, as well as Alicia Spargaro. Alicia staying with them. Iannone coming across from Suzuki. Oh yeah, talking to Suzuki as well, let's not forget the other rookie, Joan Mir. He was going pretty quick on the Suzuki as well, so he's getting the grips with the MotoGP machine. But yeah, Iannone, he had a bit of a bizarre twist at Sepang. He had cosmetic surgery to alter the shape of his jawline for some bizarre reason. And then he ended up getting an infection in it, so he had to sit out some of the testing. So obviously Bradley Smith got on his bike and went out, and Aprilia were really impressed with Bradley Smith. Obviously we're going to see Bradley Smith doing some wildcards this season aboard the Aprilia, so at least he's not fully out the paddock. Obviously he's doing the Moto E class as well, and hopefully he can win that. It would be good to see him win that. He's been going well in testing for Moto E. So I think this season for MotoGP is going to be a really, really interesting season. I think it's going to be really, really close because of the level of talent we've got in the class is phenomenal. It's really, really strong. Obviously you got Marquez, defending champion, but he's not fully fit at the moment. You got Jorge Lorenzo, who's made the switch from Ducati to Honda. He's on the Repsol Honda now, and he's been going pretty quick. Obviously he had to sit out some of the testing with Bradl stepping in to test for him, because Lorenzo had injuries as well, so he's not fully fit. He doesn't think he's going to be fully fit for another month, so he's not going to be fully fit by Qatar. So that's an interesting pair up. Obviously you got Rossi and Vinales on the monster Yamaha now. Same as last year. Looking like they've improved over last year. Sounding like they've improved a little bit over last year. But as I said, they need to stay on top of it throughout the whole season. And it's all well and good being quicker in the test, but obviously it all comes down to the racing. I think one of the major points that they were focusing on was tyre degradation and rear grip, something that they said was not that good with the last 2 years especially with like 5 laps to go. They were losing quite a bit with the rear. Going back to Repsol Honda, apparently Honda's engine this season is one of the quickest in the paddock, and they've got an absolute beast of an engine. So Lorenzo was saying that there is a few points that they need to improve on, but obviously there's always going to be points to improve on, because no one's ever going to have a perfect bike, just because there's always going to be development that can be done. Ducati as well, they've got a strong lineup, and I think Petrucci has been surprising a few people. Andrea Dovizioso has been said to not underestimate Petrucci. Apparently Petrucci's lost even more weight as well, which is a little bit worrying, because when he first went to Pramac he lost 8 kilo, and now he's lost even more, so he's trying to get himself as light as possible. Obviously we've got Dovizioso as well. We know he's strong. He's pretty confident, despite him saying he wasn't really that quick in testing, but purely focusing on the racing aspects. Obviously you've got the Pramac Ducati as well, with Jack Miller and Bagnaia. Miller, we know he's been getting quicker and quicker with the Ducati. He was showing a bit of speed last season. Bagnaia, he's already been showing that he's got some real speed on him. So yeah, it's a real depth of field. Alex Rins as well on the Suzuki, he's been going well in testing. So, I mean, he was putting some pretty impressive races together last season, but it's obviously worth noting as well that Suzuki have lost their concessions that they had, because they had too many podiums last season. You had Iannone getting on the podium as well as Rins. So I'd like to see Rins get on the podium more frequently as well, because I do think he is a class rider, and obviously Joan Mir as well. Hopefully he'll get up to speed as well. But yeah, we've got a real depth of talent in MotoGP this season. I think it is going to be an interesting season, and I hope it's going to be a close season as well. So definitely looking forward to that. World Superbikes, obviously looking forward to the rest of the season and see what that brings to the table, because we will get to some circuits that Bautista hasn't been to. So it'll be interesting to see how he tackles them. Will he go for the Ben Spies style, when Ben Spies went to World Superbikes in his one and only season, went to a load of tracks he didn't know, so he pretty much just went out the box, went as quick as he could from the get-go, just to kind of find the limit, and obviously made quite a few mistakes because he didn't know the track, but it kind of worked for him. And obviously he ended up becoming the world champion that season. But yeah, looking forward to that. British Superbikes as well, that is going to be really close this season. We've got, again, a load of talented riders in that series, so it's going to be interesting to see how the likes of Scott Redding gets on. Obviously he's going to be with the BYZ Ducati, with the Ducati Panigale V4R. Bradley Ray as well, I hope that he can have a better season than last season. Obviously he done the double at the first round, but then kind of had a few mishaps in that. Yeah, but looking forward to seeing how everyone goes in that. Obviously you've got Glenn Irwin, he's made the switch from BYZ Ducati to the JG Speedfit Kawasaki, and yeah, there's just a lot of talent in there. You've got Xavi Flores riding for Honda, which again, another rider I still think should be in World Superbikes, but unfortunately he lost his ride to Rinaldi. Yeah, very bizarre how that happened and why that happened, because Flores was a really fast rider, getting on the podium and stuff like that, and being the top independent rider more often than not. So it was a bit strange that they decided to get rid of him and put Rinaldi in his place, because I think that if Flores was still in that team and on that V4R, then I think he would be a lot higher up than what Rinaldi was in the first round. But yeah, so we got a lot of good championships to look forward to this year, and I think they're all going to be pretty damn close. So let me know in the comments, guys, what you're looking forward to most this season. Obviously, we've got road racing as well. That's going to be another good season. Yeah, let me know in the comment section what you're most looking forward to, what class. Obviously, completely forgot to mention Moto3 and Moto2 as well, Super Sport and all that. So there is a lot of good racing that we're going to have to watch this year, and I can't wait. Definitely looking forward to MotoGP though, just to see how everyone fares. I don't think we're going to get a good indication until kind of like every year, because the first race doesn't necessarily give you a good picture of the rest of the season, because obviously it's the first race for a lot of them back. People obviously don't want to get a DNF, but then people want to go out and start the season off with a good result. People are obviously a bit nervous as well because they haven't raced for a few months. So Qatar's always an interesting race, plus it's at night as well under the floodlights. Yeah, so they don't usually get a good vision of what's going to happen for the rest of the season until they kind of come back to Europe. But yeah, definitely looking forward to MotoGP, and pretty much all the classes this year I think are going to be pretty damn great. So let's hope that we get really good racing this year and get some really close championships as well. Another thing I'm really looking forward to is hearing all of those Triumph engines in Moto2 on the start grid, revving up, getting ready to race, because they've been sounding awesome. They've been sounding better than the Honda engine. But yeah, looking forward to hearing them. We're catching people. Actually catching 2 riders. I wasn't actually expecting to do this. With me blabbering on, 35.9 second lead we've got over second place. But more importantly, we are catching 2 people now. We are on the penultimate lap. We're on lap 29 and 30. So that has actually gone on quite nicely, talking about the different championships. Am I going to be able to catch these 2? I think, I don't know, it's going to depend on how much we can gain down that straight out the final corner, but they may just be out of reach. Or we might get them literally like at the final corner on the final lap. I think they're still too far ahead at the moment. But yeah, I wasn't expecting to actually lap anyone in this race. I mean, I still might not. But the fact that we're catching 2 people, I didn't think we were going that much quicker to be able to do this, but 36.7 second lead. So if we got going a little bit earlier, then we would be past them already. Definitely closing them down. Just push for this final lap, see if we can get these 2. We are pretty much on them. Can we get this guy through the inside? Where's the blue flag? No, he's not letting me by. Where's the goddamn blue flags? There isn't any. Right, now we'll get him. There we go. No, bit of a wheelie. Right, we've got him. Now can we get this guy? Is another one of our teammates. We're up the inside. You will yield. We've got him. So we have lapped 2 people in this race, both on the final lap. Luckily we didn't actually tangle too much with them and end up crashing. Otherwise I wouldn't have been very happy. Yeah, good job done aboard the BMW. Oh, slide in there. Final corner. Just a run to the line. And let's just do a nice little crash across the line. There we go. Done. Job done. that is that endurance race completed. Portimao done. 30 laps done. That was a long old race. 30 stars for that one. Thank you very much. Yeah, that was a long old race. It felt like a long race when I only got to lap 12 anyway. But we got there in the end. We done our 30 laps. We came out on top. And we won by 39.2 seconds. So our fastest lap was 2 seconds a lap quicker than second place. So there we go, guys. That is Portimao done. Obviously, we've still got Sugo to do. We've got Macau as well. And Magny-Cours as well. Anyway, guys, that is it from me. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to leave this video a like if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to my channel for more content. See you guys in the next video. See you.